Welcome to the Big Tiny Food Face-Off.
Go, 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 go! A cooking competition where young chefs with big dreams compete to cook the world's smallest food. We're talking miniature kitchens, big steaks, and of course, tiny food. A super small art form that's become one of the biggest food crazes on the planet. That's right, tiny food has taken the internet by storm, inspiring a whole new generation of young chefs. But we're taking it to the next level. Our tiny kitchens are packed with one-of-a-kind tiny tools.
When I walked in, I was just like, what? The tiny kitchen, tiny oven, I was just like, this is so cool.
And then I just saw a mini knife and cutting board. So small.
Each teensy-weensy challenge will be judged by me, food vlogger Inga, and YouTube superstar Matt Stonie, who may be known for eating big, but here, he's the king of tiny. Today, our 3 young chefs conquer kawaii, the Japanese culture of cute, in 2 challenges, dessert first and dinner in disguise. It's the biggest moment of their young lives, and we will be crowning a winner. Oh, and stay tuned for some secret guests. Here's a hint, they're furry and 3 inches tall. So crank up the cute because...
It's time to
tiny! Is that a tiny egg timer?
It sure is.
In this first challenge, our chefs are already bringing dessert pastries to life through the magic of kawaii, which is actually a Japanese word meaning cute. Kawaii culture has impacted entertainment, design, fashion, food, and more. In fact, kawaii cooking has popularized tiny food and inspired chefs like these around the world.
Put dinner on hold because we are starting with dessert.
The chefs have 30 minutes to complete their kawaii dish.
All right, let's get to know the chefs.
Hi, my name is Ava, I'm 13 years old, and I live in Ranch Cucamonga, California. I am a risk taker and I love taking risks. I like to do aerial acrobatics. I like to try new things. I've been cooking kind of like my whole life. I've always cooked with my family. Cooking makes me feel comfortable and free.
My name is Jasper, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm from California. I'm definitely a creative person. I really like artsy stuff. I love crafting. If I had to describe myself as a certain chef, I'm probably a little bit of a messy chef. When I cook, I don't really think about like where I'm putting my stuff. I feel bad for the people who had to clean up my set after.
Hi, I'm Allison Kajikawa. I'm 12 years old and I live in Walnut, California. My hobbies are dancing, British accents. I don't really know how I got really good at my accent. It just, boom, there, you have a good accent. If I had a tiny restaurant, I would serve Chinese cuisine or Japanese cuisine because my dad's Japanese and my mom's Chinese. 歡迎嚟到 tiny food.
Stonie and I will judge their dishes based on cuteness, color, and flavor.
For challenge 1, I am making mochi ice cream. It's gonna be flavored vanilla, and I'm gonna have 3 different colors, which are orange, purple, and pink. My strategy is making things really colorful and having lots of details. I really want it to taste good, but I also want it to look good.
I'm really excited for challenge 1 because I'm gonna be making 3 different colored churros. One is gonna be turquoise, one is yellow, and one is just gonna be like a regular cinnamon taste. And there's gonna be 3 different dips. I'm excited to make these tiny churros and show the judges what I got.
For challenge 1, I'm making steamed taro bao buns. I'm gonna also make a jasmine rice tea, so it's nice and like refreshing after they eat their buns. Steamed taro bao buns are these buns made out of a sweet dough with taro filling inside. Meow. Okay, I have to put in some rice now. Okay.
All right, everybody, time is running out. You only have 5 minutes left.
The pressure is on.
You have to make your mochi, which is the outside. So then I got the filling out of the freezer and I started rolling it up into the mochi.
Tea. Got my little teacup. Oh no. Not work. New game plan.
It really does take more time than people think it does to make things this tiny.
Oh, not easy. These kids are using every last second. These time, guys.
5,
4,
3,
2, 1. Hands up, everybody. time to get cute.
Nice job. The titles of baker and pastry chef sound similar, but they are actually different jobs. In a professional kitchen, a pastry chef is a higher rank than a baker. In French, the word chef actually means boss.
Interesting. So who is the higher rank? Me or you? It's you, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely you.
These look incredible. Ava, you wanna come on up and tell us more about your mochi? You see what I did there? Okay. No? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you for laughing.
This here is my mochi ice cream. I have 3 different colors. They're all the same flavor. All 3 of them are tie-dyed, and then I just have them propped up on the little stands.
Let's give it a try. Okay.
Mochi.
The mochi texture, really well done. I think you did a really good job sort of just kneading that dough and making sure you got the consistency you wanted, because that is the key.
Rice isn't sweet. You have to make it that sweet texture of a mochi dessert. You nailed the sweetness. It was
Thank
very
you.
delicious.
Yeah.
Next up, Jasper.
Hello, Jasper. These are the churros you've made. They're very brightly colored.
I have 3 different types of the chocolate dip. 2 of them, the yellow and the blue, are made from white chocolate, and I just have 2 regular cinnamon ones.
This is incredible. Look at how small it is. I'm gonna dip it in the chocolate.
That's the churros open for.
Frying on such a tiny scale, it's very easy to over fry it and then become too crispy, but you didn't do that with this. You got it just right. Great texture, so well done there.
Thank you.
Allison.
So I had some dough and I made it with milk, yeast, and flour. I mixed it and I let it rise for a bit in the fridge. And then I took it out and I rolled it into little circles and added my taro paste. The taro paste was a little hard to make.
What's this tea that you have served with?
So it's jasmine tea with roasted rice.
Ooh,
Can't wait to
okay,
taste it.
tasting time.
The smiley face or the cap?
I'm taking this cute smiley face.
All right, I'll
I'm
take the cap.
sorry.
Meow.
Got that chewy texture of bao. Yeah.
I'm getting the taro.
Taro's a very subtle flavor. It kind of just sits in the back.
Finish it off with the tea.
This is so incredible. You should honestly take a bow.
I don't get it.
All 3 of your dishes were so adorable, so fun, and so delicious, but we felt like when it came to the criteria of this challenge, one dish really stood apart from the rest.
So, the winner of our first challenge today is... Allison with their taro bow. Congratulations. Take a bow, Allison.
Allison, the way you used the natural color of the taro in your bow, the way you drew like little cute faces on it, we felt like it was these little things that really made it kawaii. So, well done.
Thank you.
And now it's time for my favorite part of the show. Let's take a moment to feed our furry friends. Cute hamsters eating cute foods. It's a cute overload.
Hamsters are adorable. I want them to be like, with their little paws. Delicious.
So the first challenge was a lot of fun, but this is the one that is really going to count. Chefs, whoever wins this next challenge will be taking home the #1 Tiny Chef Golden Blender Trophy.
Your task this round is to create a meal that looks like a completely different food. Meaning, you're trying to visually fool us with your ingredients. Like using an apricot to look like a fried egg, or making a burger entirely out of cake. A trend popular in kawaii cooking. We're talking dinner in disguise. But there's a surprise.
For this challenge, our special guests have a gift for you.
Our Our hamster friends would like you to use the tools and ingredients in these baskets to prepare your disguised dishes.
Since Allison, you won the first challenge, you get to choose who gets which basket.
I gave Ava pink because I think pink's her favorite color. I gave Jasper red. I don't know, it just like suits his personality. And I wanted yellow because, you know, shine like the sun.
Your dishes will be judged on how well they're disguised, the wow factor, and, of course, flavor.
Let the tiny cooking begin!
You have 60 minutes to create your disguised dish.
Does anyone have vanilla bean paste?
Yes, I do. Would
Do you need it right now?
Not the second.
Oh my God, thank you, Jasper.
I'm not feeling that kawaii right now.
All right.
With that, I'm feeling part of the party now.
For challenge 2, I'm making a spam musubi and a seaweed salad on the side. Instead of using spam, I'm going to be using sweet potato. So I'm going to chop it up into tiny little rectangles. And then I'm going to make my sauce. While that caramelizing, I'm gonna go onto the rice. And instead of using rice, I'm using shredded coconut and icing. I don't think I would be able to guess that that's a spam musubi. But I wanted to keep it nice and secretive to let them guess what it is.
Hi, Ava.
Hi.
What are you making?
Right now, I am making coconut and icing. It's a substitute for rice.
Am I allowed to know what your dish is?
I think I'll let you guess a little more. Shh. And then for the seaweed salad, I used spinach and mint. And then I added rice vinegar, sesame seed oil, some sesame seeds, red pepper flakes, carrots, and cucumbers.
For challenge 2, I am making curried chicken rice. The chicken's gonna be mochi, the curry's gonna be a custard, and the rice is gonna be rice. So right now, I am separating my egg. My dish is gonna be actually sweet instead of that nice savory curry. And they're gonna be really surprised. My favorite tiny food tools to use is my mini pots and pans and a mini whisk. And I just put the sugar back. Oh my God, I should just keep it at my table. I am worried about getting the rice to cook because usually it takes a long time and I don't have a mini rice pot. I'm gonna start on the chicken. We need rice flour so it doesn't stick. Oh, I also have my roller from my little kit that I got. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna roll this out. I'm gonna fill it with mango and then shape it in the shape of chicken.
How are we doing over here, Allison?
Good.
Can I ask what you're doing with the mango?
You'll see when you try it. It's supposed to be a surprise, you know? It's gonna...
Oh, accent change. Okay. Yeah, I knew it. You are a 007 spy.
Totally not a spy. I'm not actually British. I kind of forgot that I was speaking in it because it's like my normal voice, you know? It's me. I am going to be making sweet and sour chicken that's actually cake. For my sponge cake, I'm gonna go ahead and whip my egg until it's a very light yellow. And I'm gonna go ahead and sift in my flour. That is quite a bit of vegetable oil. I was really happy with the box that I got. It had a little pot. I needed another pot for melting some more chocolate, and that was really helpful.
How is it going over here?
It's going pretty good right now. I'm just making, these are kind of like chicken nugget sort of things. I'm going to put these in a white chocolate base and then I'm gonna put it in a cereal sort of powder that I'm gonna mash up with cereal. And will kind of look like a crust or sort of something on the outside.
So, I gotta ask, if I give you $5, would you tell me the secret?
No.
I tried.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and bake it and crumble up my cake and mix it with some buttercream and then press it into my mold. So I actually ended up also making little cereal treats that were shaped as a cat. I had to use teeny tiny tweezers and it was so hard I was worried it was gonna break. I'm definitely worried about the time limit that I have. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but we'll have to see.
Instead of using seaweed, I used a fruit candy, and I just sliced it up into thin slices so I can wrap it around. I'm having some trouble getting the tinfoil off of the sweet potato because it is so sticky. So I just gotta be super careful and super patient, but that's so hard. Oh!
final 10 minutes left of this competition.
I was struggling to mash the mangoes a bit because it's not like warm or cooked anything, so it wasn't easy to smash. Pinch of turmeric. I got chicken. I thought it was missing something, so I crushed up fish crackers to make it look like vegetables and added it in a bowl. So, you know, it has a nice crunch to it when they eat all the soft curry, mochi, and the rice.
I'm not too worried about the spam musubi. I'm really worried about the seaweed salad because adding the vinegar and the oil, I don't want it to taste too strong, and I still want it to taste good.
I was getting very stressed out because my fondant was still being rolled out.
30 seconds left.
Almost there, everyone. All right.
Here we go. In 10,
9,
8,
7,
6, 5,
4,
3.
2,
1.
and 0. Put down your tools, chefs. Great job, everybody.
Nice.
These are looking so incredible.
Ava, tell us about your wonderful dish here.
It's a spam musubi with some seaweed salad on the side.
Sounds like a feast to
That's
me.
a lot in one little tiny package.
How did you come up with the idea of using candy as nori instead?
I thought that because I used sweet potato and it was sweet and then I used the coconut, I wanted to have a candy wraparound instead of something more savory.
Let's do it.
Shall we?
I love the chew that adds to the shredded coconut, which we saw you like actually try to cut it up a little more to make it tiny.
You were shredding the shredded coconut.
Yeah.
Got a little seaweed salad to try too.
Yes.
I used mint, spinach, cucumber, carrots, rice vinegar, and sesame seed and pepper flakes.
The sesame seeds added a nice little crunch, something to bite on and chew on.
Really great way to balance it out, and I got that with your little seaweed salad there.
Jasper,
Oof, there's a big bucket of chicken, is it?
So it is actually sweet and sour chicken. Here is like a cookie sort of thing shaped like a cat. And it is covered in white chocolate, and it's made from a cereal treat. Everything on here is cake.
that is entirely an edible bucket.
Yes.
This could easily be a world record for like the world's smallest fondant cake. That is so tiny.
That is incredible. Fondant cakes are hard work. Okay. I really enjoy that sort of like cereal texture. Do want to try this cracker
Yes, let's not
thing
forget.
though. Really good chew there. I love that you added the little smiley face and even mostly the bucket, like presenting it like this. Very cute.
Jasper, you're a master disguise, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Allison, what is this fantastic meal you have for us here?
It's curry chicken and then rice. It's actually mochi, not chicken. And I used cinnamon and turmeric to cover it so it looks like chicken marinated. For the curry, I made a custard sauce with cinnamon and turmeric because turmeric's also good for your digestion. And then on the top is shredded coconut.
What are the vegetables exactly, and what is this colorful sauce exactly?
So I mashed up crackers. It's also not real sauce. I got inspired by this because I've had this babysitter since I was a baby, and she always made me curry. I don't know, it just made me happy.
Oh, I love that. You put a little bit of happiness into your meal for us today. What is this colorful sauce?
It really is colorful.
All right, shall we?
I mean, it's definitely like a milky flavor to it.
It's just milk with colors. You're welcome.
She really disguised that milk. That's what she did.
And she sold it well.
Where's your English accent? Let's bring it back.
It's milk.
Now I'm gonna go try your curry.
All right, curry now. That mochi is what I'm tasting so much, and it's so good. The choice of spices with the turmeric and the cinnamon, it kind of gave me like what works in like a horchata or something.
Overall, it worked really well together in terms of
you.
flavor. This was really well done.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you,
much.
Allison.
Cheerio.
It's now the moment of truth. We will select a winner based on how well your dish is disguised, the wow factor, and flavor. All three of your meals were so kawaii, but unfortunately, only one person can go home with the coveted tiny Golden Blender trophy.
The chef with the cutest, most adorable, delightful, and charming kawaii creation of all time is Allison!
Congratulations, Allison!
I'm calling my dog Prince. Hi, Prince. I won the competition. I'm gonna make you tiny food when I come home. Love you.
Next, I definitely think I'm going to make some more tiny foods. I told my dad that I'm done making normal sized foods and I'm just gonna stick with tiny foods.
It's heavy.
Oh, it's heavy.
I haven't actually felt it.
I've never had the honor of holding it before.
I did it and I competed, and I'm proud of myself for that.